look cute. We have a little hallway here, so I might put the chair over here instead because I'm gonna make this kind of like a library. Or actually I can make this an office. Wait, that's so much better. Okay, the entry area is done. I might just add like a few plants here just to give it some flavor. So for our little study in here, usually I would use like a basic shape and make it like floating on the wall. But we cannot use basic shapes today. Well, we can, we just can't change the size of them. So instead we're going to use a quadratic desk and put it right there. Then we can have a nice comfy chair and of course a laptop. I don't know if I want to spend $4,000 though. We've only got $94,000 left. Should I be wasting my money on a laptop? Yes, I should. I'm a material girl. Okay, what else can we have on my little office? I guess we can also have like a paper pile, maybe a little lamp as well. There we go, a nice little cylindrical lamp in the corner. But as you can see, it's still dark in here. So what I'm going to do is add a geometric chandelier in the corner because I feel like a lot of contemporary houses have a lot of geometric shapes. And another thing we need in our office is some book space. We might even put like a hanging plant on this bookshelf because I feel like there's not much greenery in here. We need more greenery. For some reason, I really want to have like a baby blue carpet. Oh, also some paintings. And the most important thing we need in this office is curtains because if I have to stare at my creepy face one more second, I'm gonna go crazy. Okay, and there we go. We've got our beautiful little office. So I guess the next room we can work on is like our bedroom. So this is going to be the master bedroom, aka bedroom number 1. Guess it doesn't matter like what door we have. So you know what? I'm literally just gonna use a plain door because I mean, it is the cheapest option and I can still make it look good with materials. For example, if I make it out of like vertical planks, it doesn't look like a basic door anymore. Okay, so for the master bedroom, so we're gonna have like a modern double bed here. Oh, can you stop? Just place normally. What are you doing? I'm going crazy. Wait, can we place blankets on a No Game Pass house? We can't. That is so rude. Wait, what about pillows? Can we add little pillows? Oh, we can. Okay, we can add pillows, but we just can't change the shape of them, which honestly is fine with me because I hate changing the shape of pillows. And above my bed, we're gonna have a nice fancy painting. And for some reason, for the bedside tables, I really want to use counters. Oh, apparently I cannot because there's not enough room. Never mind. Bloxburg just smashed my dreams. I guess instead we can just use this like industrial nightstand. And instead of like a regular bedside table, instead we're going to use a pendant. So 2 pendants like this. And I mean, look how nice that looks. Now for our little bedside tables, on this one we can have a salt lamp and a mug because, you know, we love our good old 3 a.m. sips of water. No, I'm serious. Water at 3 a.m. just hits different. All right, and there we go. We've got our 2 nightstands. And then at the end of the bed, I also want like an extra sitting area. So if we go into comfort, they've got these rustic benches. So I'm just going to place one at the end of the bed like this. Oh, we can't forget our little slippers next to our bed, just in case we want to hop into our slippers. And as this is like the master bedroom, I feel like a fireplace would be fitting. So you know what? We shall be adding a fireplace. Why does it place like that? Every single time I try to place something, watch what it does. Why? I'm actually going to lose my mind. It's not even funny. Now, instead of a TV, we're going to be fancy and add a fancy painting. And I don't know why, it looks so much better. And we also need storage for our clothes, obviously. So I'm thinking like an industrial wardrobe rack somewhere. Okay, ideally I would fit it like right here, but we can't do that. So I guess instead we can put like a fancy dresser near the door. And this corner right here is screaming for me to add a chair and a plant. So, okay, I can't add a plant, but I can add a chair. So I guess we're just gonna have to cut our losses. All right, and I think that is our master bedroom all complete. So now we can start working on the room next to it, which is the bathroom. Okay, so I reckon concrete in the bathroom would actually look really cute. And as you can see, this bathroom is only 3x3. So we really have to like utilize our space. So I'm gonna actually cut this in half and add a modern window right in here. Okay, so the reason I put a wall here is obviously so I can fit the shower right in this corner. What's like the cheapest shower? Why is the cheapest shower $430? You know what? We're having a gold shower because we're fancy like that. And for the sink, we're just gonna use like a shaker drawer. Guys, I need to stop reading my comments because I swear every single time I read a comment, it's a hate comment about my voice and I get so insecure. Someone was like, I actually hate the way you say drawer, and I don't even realize I'm saying it bad. You know what, guys? Considering we don't have any game passes, I haven't really struggled this far. Like, there hasn't been a point where I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. Another thing I realized that someone brought to my attention is that I never use light switches. I literally do not remember the last time that I used a light switch in Bloxburg. Okay, so we've got the shower, we've got the sink. Actually, we need more storage in this shower. I'm just gonna use these wedge floating shelves in the corner. And then this way we can have some like shampoo, some soap, just some good old bathroom products, you know? Okay, so we've got the sink, we've got the shower. Obviously, the last thing we need in here is a toilet. I'm scared to use a toilet in front of this weird Alaska poop cults thing going on. Okay, now I'd say the bathroom is finished. It actually turned out like pretty nice. So now we've got bedroom number 2, which is over here. Actually, I think I made this bigger because I wanted this to fit 2 beds instead of 1. Okay, so we can fit bed number 1 here. Oh! Okay, bed number 1 there. And then bed number 2 can go along this wall. Okay, considering the beds are both facing like out to this corner, this would actually be the perfect corner to add a TV. And hey, that's pretty good. So we're gonna have some paintings around the place. Like lots of teen rooms have these overgrown wall vines. And for the bedside table, we're just gonna give them fancy bedside tables. Wait, do you guys call them bedside tables or nightstands? Like I just call them bedside tables. Actually, the one thing about this room is I want the 2 beds to look a little bit different. So this bedroom can have like emo vibes. Did I just say emo vibes? Actually, I guess we can also have like a desk in here. And instead of adding a laptop, because that is like way too expensive, we're just gonna have a book. Okay, and just like that, bedroom 2 is all finished. As for the living room, that is gonna go over here. And the first thing we need in the living room is obviously a fireplace. Actually, you know what? I just thought of something. What if I put the fireplace here in the middle, like right in the middle like this, okay? Bear with me. And then along this wall, we can have this traditional entertainment center. Because you know what? This is actually so cool. And I've only used this like once. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen? That is what we're gonna be using. So we have like a fat TV in here. And then fill up this bookshelf with like books, photos, and plants. So far, this is actually looking pretty nice. So we need a nice long carpet. And the simple carpet is like very, very small. And we can't use advanced placement to change the size. So all we're gonna do is just place 2 carpets next to each other. Okay, as for the chairs, I don't know what's like a contemporary chair. Oh, actually, you know what's a contemporary chair? Oval sofas. I haven't used these in ages. Like when was the last time you've seen someone use these sofas in Bloxburg? Well, today I'm gonna use them. Okay, and for the table, I'm pretty sure they have like a modern table. They do. They have this modern coffee table, so that's what we're gonna use. Okay, we can have some like weird vases on the table. Vases, vases, who knows? Also, this is really random, but I don't like how there's like a really, really massive gap here. So how I'm gonna close this off is by going to pillars and adding like a bunch of plain thin pillars right here. And as you can see, by adding pillars, it kind of closes off the space. And if you want to go a little bit fancy schmancy, we can add some like neon horizontal lights randomly throughout these pillars. And you know what? I actually think that turned out pretty nice. So now we can move on to the kitchen, which is over in this little corner. So I think we're gonna do like a beige kitchen. Oh, you know what's gonna be so annoying? Placing all these counters. Watch. Look at this. Look at this. I'm proper raging at these counters. They're so annoying. Okay, oven can go there. Okay, we can put the fridge like right here. And hopefully we'll be able to fit another counter. Advanced placement is so strict. I can't even place a counter unless I put another counter here. Oh, it worked. Okay, cabinets. Oh, is there a way to stop this? Please tell me, because I am going insane. You know what, guys? That is the best we're gonna get. And we might do like a little modern kitchen moment. So maybe something like this for the color palette. You know what? I'm actually very surprised I haven't ran out of a budget yet. Like, I can't believe we've still got 44,000 left. And gold pans, because gold. Wow, Alaska, thanks. That was really insightful. Actually, one of you guys taught me this little build hack, and I thought it was so cute, so I'm gonna try and copy it. You had like a cutting board here, and then you had peanut butter and jelly on top. Like, see? Look how cute that looks. You know what we're missing in this kitchen? An island bench. So we're just gonna put like one single basic counter, just because we don't have much room in here. You know what? I feel like we've added too many chandeliers, so we might not have a chandelier in the kitchen, just because I don't want to go overboard with the chandeliers. I don't want it to look too crazy. So what I've been doing recently is going around the corner of the roof and adding these sleek ceiling lights, and I don't know why, it just looks nice and like clean. And I guess we can also have like a few stools in here. Okay, and the reason I added a fireplace here is so you can kind of look into the dining room, which is going to be here. Considering we've got like 39,000 left, I think we can go all out for this dining room. So I think we're going to be using this transitional dining table, and we can also set the table up, make it nice and fancy with some good old contemporary dining chairs. For some reason, I thought without advanced placement you can't place things on top of plates, but apparently you can. And you know what, so far this dining table is actually looking pretty good. Like, you can't even tell that it was made without any game passes. Okay, and the dining room is complete. And then at the back of the house we have the backyard, which as you can see I've outlined, so we're not going to make it too big. Actually, you know what, we're going to extend this backyard. We're going to make it big. I mean, we've got $32,000 left, so I feel like we've got the budget to have a big backyard. I definitely want to have a pool somewhere though. We're just going to use a shallow pool because we do be broke. I reckon a nice shallow pool here, super cute. All I'll need to do now is just like outline it. See, this pool's a total vibe. Yo, I can hear something buzzing around in my room and I think it's a wasp. So I'm just going to try and ignore it and hopefully it will go away. We've also got this little section over here, so I'm going to add like a fireplace and a barbecue. And there we go. Our little outdoor area is all finished. Oh my gosh, guys, I totally forgot about the garage. Well, you know what? We've got $23,000 left. So do we have the budget to buy a car? You know what? We can buy the cheapest car, which is the Goat 500. I have never bought this car. You know what? We're buying it. Yes, look at her go. Yo, low-key, why does everyone hate this car. It's kind of cute. Okay, with our last $5,000, I think we're just gonna like decorate the place and make it nice and homey. So let me do that and then I shall give you a tour. Okay, so good news is the no Game Pass house is finally complete and comes to a total of 101,000, which technically is 100,000. Bad news is I literally stink so bad. So let me go have a shower. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, so now that I don't stink, let's head on inside. So here's how the outside turned out. Honestly, for a no Game Pass house, I think this is pretty cute. So through here, we have the garage. And as you can see, it's pretty minimalistic in here. We have the overly hated $18,000 car. I'm not even gonna try and attempt to drive it just because of how slow it is. Okay, now walking inside, oh my gosh, why am I so like sad? So here we've got the beautiful entry area. I think my favorite part of this entry area is like this little office in the corner. Like it literally is so cute. And then the first room on the left, we have bedroom number 1, which is obviously the master bedroom. Like we have a full fireplace and TV. Who would not want that in their bedroom? And looking at it right now, I could not tell that this was made without any Game Passes. And of course, over here we have the bathroom, aka my favorite room in the house. Because 2 minutes ago, I was literally stinking so bad. So yeah, I really love the color palette for the bathroom. I think it just fits together so nicely. And if we need some extra privacy in here, we have these beautiful white blinds. And the last bedroom is of course the second bedroom, which is like the kids' bedroom. Okay, let me know, would you rather be in this bed or this bed? Personally, I would want to live in this bed because I mean, hello, they have a view of the pool. Okay, now coming out here, the first room we have back here is obviously the living room. And honestly, this living room is actually stunning. And I'm really glad I went with this whole bookshelf cabinet. And behind the living room, we of course have the kitchen. As you can see, I kind of like split the kitchen up in half with the fireplace. And I think this was a kind of a smart move because it was such a big area. I think the most difficult part of this no Game Pass challenge was definitely the